Welcome to the Palm Sunday version of the Hopeless Cause. Our theme this week is preparation. Jesus prepares to enter into Jerusalem. Jesus prepares to die. This week we have special guest Finn Jensen, a 7th grader from our religious ed program. It's going to be a good one.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Sophie segment. This week's theme is prepare. So, this means that we must prepare our hearts for Jesus because we need our hearts to be prepared to welcome Him. This is very important, and one of the things you can try to do for preparing is every night before you go to bed, try to think of some sins that you did today and how you could have made those better. And then the next day you will wake up and be a better version of yourself. So, that is a good way to prepare for Jesus.
A good example of preparing was a saint named Saint Catherine of Genoa. For the first part of her life, Catherine was very greedy. Then one day in the confessional, she experienced a change of heart. By doing this, she set a good example for her husband, who later also converted. They both dedicated their lives to service. In fact, Catherine was a nurse during a severe epidemic which killed 80% of her city. That must have been terrible. I believe that if she could get through that, then we all will get through the coronavirus. Know that you are all in my prayers. Au revoir.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another Maddie Moment. I found Jesus this week when we were cleaning our house. As you know, during Lent we are preparing for Jesus to rise. So I compared that with us preparing our house for guests to come. It was very fun. Here's what everyone did. My mom was organizing papers and cleaning the toilets. Ew, I know, right? Anyway, Sophie was vacuuming. Bella was helping to clean the bathroom. I was dusting and Francis was steaming the floor. Finally, my dad was preparing the meals. As I said earlier, we should be preparing for Jesus. I hope you enjoy this Maddie moment. I pray for you always. Bye!
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of The Joy of Crafting with Bella
And fun.
Today we're going to talk about our prayer sections in our room that we pray with. So since Father Dennis said that it's important for you to connect with Jesus even in the short terms of the day, since we're not going to church on Sunday, it's important for you to connect. So today we're going to talk about our prayer section. So first of all, we have our guardian angel tokens that we like to put in our pockets and remember to pray with them. Next we have my rosary from my first communion that I made. Then we have Blessed Imelda, our doll that we pray with or cuddle with, and we remind to pray. We have a lot of decades, crucifixes. We have our palm from Palm Sunday, and we pray with
Francis, tell me about your prayer table.
That's really special to me, all the rosaries I like. And this one that my grandma gave to me is very special to me because she says, let the priest make it holy. And that these palms remind me, since we can't go to Mass on Sundays, it reminds me that Jesus went to Jerusalem. And these light up ones I really like. And this one that my sister Bella gave to me.
Francis, why is there a Godzilla next to your prayer table?
Because I don't have a statue of God, so it's God minus Zilla.
Oh my goodness.
If you like seeing our decades and everything in our prayer section, know that you are in our prayers.
Hi, I'm Jessica from Musings with Mom. This week our theme is all about being prepared. And a lot of us take pride in being prepared for different situations in our lives, whether it's helping our children get ready for school, getting ready for the next work day, or getting prepared for when we have company coming over to visit. With this quarantine situation, a lot of people are feeling rather unprepared, and we had very little, if any, time to prepare for being inside of our houses with each other. So it's during those times when we aren't prepared or had very little time to prepare where we can really rely on our faith. God tells us that we will never know the day nor the hour when Jesus will come again. And so there's no way that we can be 100% prepared for when he eventually comes. So this is sort of a good test of that, allowing us to try to say, you know what, I didn't know that this was going to happen, but I'm going to make the most of it. And as a family, we've really been inspired by all of the positive things that we've seen come out of this quarantine. It has been such a beautiful time to see people come together, even though they aren't physically in the same space, doing all sorts of things that share positivity and good news, and it's very encouraging and uplifting. And so I feel very connected with people, even though we aren't physically leaving our space. One of the things that really touched me this week was a poem I found that someone wrote in the voice of Dr. Seuss if he were living today and describing this quarantine situation. I've read it to my family. They really enjoyed it, and I thought I would share it with all of you.
The buildings were big and people would smile, and travel they would mile by mile. But sick they become, in numbers it grew. Businesses worried, communities too. Things stopped for a bit, the world slowed its roll. The virus had certainly taken its toll. But what they then saw from slowing things down is in fact they now had less reasons to frown. Families now gathered, what game shall we play? Pass me the blue crayon, give mommy the gray. Dad's home, guys, he'll read us a book. Then all of us together will learn while we cook. The lungs of the planet caught a small break. Less travel meant less pollution to make. People did realize they'd all be okay. They don't need so much to get through the day. Maybe this virus that caused so much stress showed the whole world that more can mean less.
This week we are honored to have Finn Jensen with us. Finn is a 7th grader in our religious ed program here at St. Jude. Finn is the creator of Finnovation. Finnovation is a YouTube channel that goes through like engineering acts, anywhere from baking brownies from scratch to building bridges. Finn is a creative young man. I asked him today, what is his family doing to prepare for Easter and this whole quarantine?
Thank you so much for having me on your show. My family's been really enjoying watching it every week. So now on to your question. How is my family preparing our house for Easter? We've been trying to use the theme from the third station of the cross. When Jesus was in hard times and he fell down for the first time, he got back up and stayed faithful. So when the world right now is going through a really difficult time, and we just need to remind everyone to stay faithful. So here's some things we've been doing. We've been saying the Our Father every day after the Pope told everyone to at noon. We've been saying stuff like, I miss you, or stay positive to our friends through texting. Even though we can't see our friends, we can still encourage them and, have a conversation with them. So then we were listening to Mass virtually. And lastly, we've been writing encouraging things on our driveway with some sidewalk chalk. Well, thank you so much for having me on your show. We're praying for everyone out there. We hope everyone stays well. Thank you. Bye.
Finn, thank you for spending time with us today. Thank you also to the awesome Jensen family. If you'd like to be part of the Hopeless Cause podcast, please email me. I'd love to feature some different religious ed families and youth on our channel. God bless you, and you are in our prayers this week as we enter Holy Week.
Action.